Yo, Freedom Marchers. Freedom Marchers, what is good? This is Tyrus Bane, aka Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the definition of. Wait, no, it's not definition. Welcome to Freedom's March, y'all. Welcome to Freedom's March.
Starting route to 152 Dr. Humphreys Road.
Where every day we march further and further toward freedom. How y'all doing? Give y'all a minute to get up in here. I know it's mad early in the morning. It's like 3:30 on the West Coast. But I couldn't help but hop on this story, man, because we know the media knows how to spin. We know the government knows how to spin. But I have never seen, well, no, let me take that back. This story is so ridiculous that anybody who believes it, I feel sorry for you. If you believe anything about this story, I don't know, there's something wrong with you. I don't care if they have footage of everything. Even if they have footage of everything, I still do not believe not one motherfucking word about what they said happened at that FBI office. Why do you say that? Snapzilla Gorilla, why do you say that? Well, let me tell you why, Freedom Marchers. It's because the story is dumber. It's like a child wrote the story. A child wrote the story. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any fucking sense, all right? And everything just fits in perfectly to the narrative. The narrative they want to push, this thing fits perfectly into the narrative, especially after what happened at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump's situation. Donald Trump, the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's personal home, so they say. And then a few days later, a January 6th MAGA supporter, so they're saying that he might have been there at January 6th, right? A January 6th MAGA man attacks the FBI office, right? A few days later. So what's the story going to be, right? And then not only that, you have Joe Biden talking about MAGA extremists, okay? So he's touting how he accomplished so much as the president, right? Even though he only, if you look at the numbers, he only fixed about 10% of what he fucked up. So when he fixed 10% of what he fucked up, he's calling that doing something for the American people. And then he pushes this MAGA extremist narrative. And then, think about this. A few days before that, they leaked the FBI, the violent extremist thingy, right? Militant extremist. They pushed that whole thing where if you have "Don't Tread on Me" or if you have the Gaston flag, well, I think that's the same thing. The Gaston flag, and if you got the Betty Ross flag, and you got and you're pro 2A, they consider you an extremist. You see how everything falls into place oh so perfectly? Everything falls into place oh so perfectly, right? FBI comes out with this leaked violent militant extremist bulletin, right? That was supposed to be an internal thing. It gets leaked somehow, all right? Then you have the FBI raid Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago house. Then you have Joe Biden talking about MAGA extremists, right? And now you have an idiot, some idiot running up into the FBI field office, right? Allegedly. Now, this is what they're saying happened. Now, if you look at the news headlines, they're saying that the guy had an AR-15, right? He had an AR-15, they say, but he fired at the FBI with a nail gun. Okay, I want y'all to imagine that, right? Somebody who has an AR-15 decides to shoot at the FBI with a nail gun and gets killed by the popo. Not by the FBI, but by the police. Now, somebody help me understand why someone with an AR-15 would shoot a nail gun at the FBI. What was it? What was it? Why is... Now, they expect us to believe, right? So, the media wants to jump on out the window. They want to jump out the window and say, oh, this guy had an AR-15, right? But then inside the story, they're talking about, oh, well, you shot him with a nail gun. Where did you get AR-15 from? They're trying to make everything a fucking AR-15. Now, they're going to... imagine that. Are they going to try to ban nail guns now? Are they going to try to ban nail guns? Are they? This is what I want to know. Are they going to try and ban nail guns now? Now, I'm old school, right? I didn't even know they made nail guns that you could fire without pressing down into what you're nailing. I thought you had to... I thought it was a safety feature. You had to press the nail gun, the part before you can pull the trigger. You have to compress the part that you know what I'm saying, it's the thing that slides in and allows you to shoot the nail gun. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they make nail guns now that are semi-automatic. So are we now to believe that semi-automatic nail guns are AR-15s? And let's say he did have an AR-15. Why would he shoot? What? So he has a nail gun in one hand and an AR-15 in another. Somebody help me understand what this is about. And when is the media going to correct themselves? Are they going to say, oh, we made a mistake, we retract that statement, it wasn't an AR-15, it was a nail gun? Are they going to do that? I don't know. I don't believe the bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I think the whole story is a bullshit. And it fits too perfectly. It falls too perfectly into place. Because this is how they do it, right? This is how they do it. They do certain things in succession so that they can make certain things happen, right? So if they want to declare MAGA extremists as a violent threat and a terroristic threat, they need certain things to fall into place, right? They need Trump to appear to be this cult leader, this extremist leader who made January 6th happen. They have to make it appear to be that, right? They have to make the people think that Donald Trump has orchestrated an insurrection at the Capitol building, right? So now that they're establishing that, and a lot of dumbass people actually believe these narratives that the media and the government pushes, right? So now all you have to do is make sure that people who are Trump supporters are going out committing violent acts, right? Then we have to have Trump get raided. We have to make it appear as though the FBI has something juicy on Trump that makes him a criminal, right? Even though they're saying, well, the raid had nothing to do with January 6th. It's about documents, right? Who the fuck? Come on, man. So they want us to believe that Donald Trump is a treasonous, security clearance breaking, this, I don't know who they want us to believe he's Boss Hogg from the goddamn Deuce of Hazzard. He's just this big bad, evildoer who's pulling all these strings on these MAGA people. Then you have to have President Biden play up this idea that MAGA people are these violent extremists and, they believe that, the white replacement and all this other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? What they want us to think about MAGA people, that they're, racist white people who want to kill all the, that want to get rid of all these people that they feel are replacing them. That's what they want us to believe. That's what they mean. That's what they mean by "Make America Great Again," right? Make America white again. And to be honest, a lot of these MAGA people give them the ammunition. They give these people all the ammo they need to push this narrative. Because guess what? I would venture to guess that a lot of MAGA people, particularly white MAGA people, a lot of them might be racist and might feel like they're being placed, right? And so this gives them a certain type of mentality, or it enforces a certain type of mentality, I'll say, that was already there to begin with. And that mentality is, you're not going to take my country, by golly. By gum, you ain't taking my country from me. And that's the reality. But you also have MAGA people who are not really MAGA people, right? Who are, they actually believe in limited government and all that type of shit. But at the same time, they allow Trump to ban bump stocks. Little shit like that, right? They allow Trump to push red flag laws. People like Dan Crenshaw, right? People like Dan Crenshaw who might not be racist and feel like they're being replaced, but who believe in what Donald Trump believes in terms of like, okay, well, I say I'm a believer in the Second Amendment, but Second Amendment has its limits, right? All that type of shit. If you believe the Second Amendment has limitations, then you don't believe in the Second Amendment. You're an actual tyrant, right? Especially if you're in politics and you're pushing this whole thing where the Second Amendment has limits. We need red flag laws. We need to ban bump stocks, all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? In reality, you know how they call in these Republicans that voted for this gun control bill that just came out, where they're funding states who adopt red flag laws, and they're doing further background checks for kids. I mean, for men aged 18 to 20, right? That they call them rhinos because they voted for that bill. Or they call those two senators, those two Republicans in Congress, they call them rhinos for voting for the assault weapons ban, right? That passed in the House. Then if that's your logic, right? If that's what makes it rhino, is that they're voting for a gun control bill, then why aren't we calling Trump a rhino for banning bump stocks? They call Dan Crenshaw a rhino. Dan Crenshaw is a rhino because he pushes red flag laws, right? And he co-sponsored the TAPS Act, which, trust me, they're going to get around to bringing that shit up again. Trust me. So, if Dan Crenshaw is a rhino because he believes in red flag laws, and he believes red flag laws should proliferate throughout the entire country, then we have to call Donald Trump a rhino. Donald Trump has to be a rhino, right? Because you got senators, where you got Republican senators and Republican congresspeople that will never vote for any gun control. They will never vote for any gun control, right? They will never vote for any gun control. They believe in limited government spending. They believe in limited government, right? They, all that type of shit. They have all these conservative values, but we don't never hear nothing about them. We don't ever try to bring those type of people up to run for president. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that they throw in front of you has some type of compromise in terms of liberty. And we have to look at that, right? We have to look at that when we talk about what a conservative is, because not every Republican is a conservative, right? You can be a conservative anarchist. You understand what I'm saying? So, conservative and Republican aren't the same thing. So we shouldn't be saying Republican in name only. We should be saying, we shouldn't be saying Republican in name only. We should be saying conservative in name only, right? A kind of, but it doesn't ring. It doesn't have that ring to it. And I digress. But anyway, man, that story is wild, y'all. The motherfucker ran up on the FBI, had a AR-15, and shot at them with a nail gun. You can't make this shit up. You don't have to. The media is doing it for you. The government is doing it for you. It's just hilarious, man. And trust me, oh man, the media is going to be burning it up, especially the leftist, so-called leftist media. They're going to be burning it up with that. Oh, he was a MAGA. He's a MAGA man. He was at January 6th. You see, this is why, blah, blah, blah. We need to lock Trump up. Oh, Trump can't become president again. Oh, we need to watch these Make America Great Again people. They're dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And I'm not even like, y'all know me. I don't rock with the left-right paradigm line, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and I can see what they're doing. And they've been doing this for years. They've been setting this up for years. This is nothing new. They've been talking about white violent extremists for years. Remember when they had that so-called plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan? What's her name? I forgot her name. The governor of Michigan. Those guys, right? Those guys. Whatever they have to do to push division, right? It's all it's about. All it's about is division. They want people to fear white conservatives, right? And not only that, they want to perpetuate this idea. And some white conservatives who are, racist and all that type of shit and feel like they're being replaced, they want to further fertilize. They want that seed to grow, right? They want to inflate that paranoia, right? So they want people to fear white conservatives, and they want the white conservatives who are fucking crazy and who are racist, right? And feel like they're being replaced. They want that idea to grow within them. They want that to remain firmly in place. And that's what I believe, man. I don't have the inside scoop. That's just what makes sense to me. Come on, man. This is fucking cop. See, I hate when cops are on this highway, man. I can't do my 90 miles per hour. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. But shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy. It's the media is a joke, right? The media is a joke. It's just like that. It's like that story where I forgot exactly what happened, but the media, they just jump out the window with so much shit so quickly, like, and then they don't even wait to get all the information to push it out there. So And up to this point right now, as I'm doing this live stream, I don't know exactly what happened. You know, I mean, apparently he had a nail gun, but did he actually have an AR-15, or did he not have the AR-15? I need, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, to me, in my mind, he didn't have the AR-15 if he's using a fucking nail gun. So how did they get AR-15 from that? Did they get that from the FBI? Did they get that from the police? Shit's crazy. I was, you know, it's interesting, and this has nothing to do with the FBI attack, right? The so-called FBI attack. You know, you guys know who Yuval Harari is? Something like, I forgot his name, Yuval Harari. Y-U-V-A-L, Harari, right? He's the guy, he's the advisor with the World Economic Forum. I was going to do a video about this later, but I'm just going to touch on it a little bit right now. Basically, he did an interview with the guy from TED Talk, right? The guy who runs TED Talk. And he's talking about a lot of crazy shit. You know, he starts out the interview getting into what liberalism is and all that type of shit, and what real liberalism is, and what, you know, the idea of liberalism is here in America, right? When we think of liberals, we think of like AOC, we think of people like that, right? Who wants to redistribute wealth, who you know, gay marriage and pro LGBT, LMNOP and all that type of shit. When he's saying the real meaning of liberal is liberty, right? That's the basically, it's short for liberty, right? You're a person who believes in liberty, believes in freedom to do what you want, freedom to act as you choose, freedom to marry who you want to marry, be with who you want to be with, right? But the liberals here in the United States, the people they call liberals are not actual liberals, right? They're not liberals. They call themselves liberals, but they don't believe in liberty, right? Anyway, he was saying that conservatives are more liberal than liberals. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, that's just what he started with. But he started getting into basically saying that the amount of people we have in the population right now is not needed. He's basically calling most of us are useless. Most human beings are useless because we do not contribute to technology, right? We don't contribute to bioengineering. We don't contribute to advancement in technology. If we don't contribute to those things, then we're not needed, because, you know, we're going to have AI and robots and androids and all that type of shit, and we are not going to be needed. Everything that's being done in the world right now by human beings will not need to be done by human beings in the near future. So basically what he's saying is there's a lot of useless eaters on this planet, and we're not needed. And if we do exist, then, you know, the elites will just give us crumbs, right? They'll give us crumbs and tell us to stay out the fucking way. Basically, universal basic income. That's what he's saying. And this is the same thing Andrew Yang was talking about when he was running for president. Andrew Yang was talking about a universal basic income because he recognized, right, that he recognized where automation was going. Automation in the workforce. Automation in terms of what's going on in the world, like building things. When you go to the store, you got self-checkout and all that type of shit, where they don't have cashiers. You know, they have some cashiers, but they were able to greatly reduce their workforce, greatly reduce their the number of employees they have by having self-checkouts. And so it's kind of interesting, you know, the World Economic Forum people, they get together to determine the future of the planet, right? And they use their money and their influence to get politicians and people like that to make things happen toward their agenda. And so it's interesting to hear him say this, because it's like, yeah, we know that we know where y'all want to go. We know that they want to reduce the population. All these people talk about it, Bill Gates, all these people. They actually believe in this whole idea that, we're going to have AI and robots. We're not going to need human beings, right? We're not going to need human beings for innovation. We're not going to need human beings to build, to create things, because unless you are one of those human beings that contribute to improving the technology that can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't want to confuse anybody, but it's weird, man. It's weird that these people could come out and say this shit out loud, right? Say this shit out loud for millions of people to hear. This shit is not even backdoor anymore. They don't even do this shit backdoor anymore, right? There's no need, because they have all this. They're protected. They have all this money. This motherfucker. One of my employees. What the hell? Anyway, they feel like they're so well protected by their money and their all this type of shit, and they might be to a degree, but for them to come out and they say this shit out loud for everybody to hear, because they don't give a fuck. They want you to know their plans, right? Anyway, I get out of here. Much love, like, share, subscribe. I don't have time to read the comments right now, but thank you guys for stopping by, and let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.